Hello, this is Colin, and I'm gonna be tying another fly here finally. I'm using 3L monocord red thread. I put a little tail of a skin I just bought on eBay. I put water on it to thin out the salt, because I just got it off of eBay, and it's a pheasant skin that came with a tail. They cut it off, but the skin I bought for $9 on eBay. If I can pull it out. It's a little bit damaged. As you can tell, it's not completely straight. It's a little crooked. I can pull it out. It's a pretty big skin, but if you put it like up to my chest, it's about 3-4 feet, I think. And it's dyed orange. Off that. And it came with a tail. He picked off one of the pheasant tails. It used to connect like this. See, I can do this correctly. It used to be connected like this. And his head's gone. Don't really use the head too much here. Let me try to get it over here. Pull out a little bit more. It's a pretty big bird. I got it for $9. And plus like maybe $2 for shipping, so it's about $10. It's not a great skin, but it's what I needed to tie some flies, some crawfish flies, but I haven't started that quite yet, so I thought I can do a little fly here. I was gonna think about tying. My best regards to my friend Jim on YouTube here. He requested a fly and he tied it, and the fly was made for my grandmother, and it really helped me out emotionally. See if I can push this thing back there. Forget about the light. But I really want to say thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. It really helped out my mom emotionally. I was really close to my grandmother, man, and I just want to say thank you. But what I got is a little piece of pheasant marabou. See if I can bring up the skin again. So I can pull out another feather kind of like it. Yep, the skin wasn't in the best of shape, but is what I wanted. It's what I paid for. If his thing was farm raised, the guy said on eBay, and I honestly don't. I never bought anything from the guy, but if I was gonna buy another skin from him, I'll have to make sure that it's a good skin, because if you sell it on eBay, sometimes you get crap skins like this. But it's not really a bad skin. It's just the fact that it's not the best it could be. So I can pull off another feather here. Gotta find one. I pulled off most of these. Jeez. Give me one sec. See if that's a marabou feather. Nope. The marabou feathers were down at the very base of the skin, as you can tell. Picked off 90% of them because they aren't really good. But they're highly salted. Here's a better feather. Get that. Get that. This is what I use for the tail. I believe it's a rump feather, but it's at the very base of it before the tail starts. So I can pull off the salt from it. Another thing, if you buy things on eBay, you gotta make sure you're gonna be paying what you get for, and if you're gonna get some crappy things and you don't think it's that good, well, it's not the seller's fault, it's you're the one who bought it, and that's what you're going to get paid for. You're going to pay the item, you get what you pay for, in other words. But this is what I use for the tail. If I can get that into focus, geez, sorry. I'm trying to get this camera into focus. I'm using a webcam here, and not sure how to get into focus really well quite yet. So I can get it into focus a little bit more. Maybe I should cut off the lens or something. Put that thing back. Yeah, I don't have the best webcam in the world, but that's what I use for the tail. See if I can pull off my shirt a little bit. This one's completely off focus. It's really off focus. Sorry, guys. It's really hazy. Push it back more. Find my shirt. Let me just go change my shirt. Be right back. If you guys can see that better. It's still really blurry. Sorry. Try to clean the lens. And I didn't do so good. Hold on. Yeah. Didn't make it go so good. Push it forward. Yeah, it's really out of focus. Sorry guys, it's just don't know how to do this webcam thing still messing with it. Little thing right here, so I can just change the. I think that's a little bit better. Sorry this is taking so long, guys. I'm not very good at this webcam. Yeah, it's as best as I can do for right now. If it's a little bit blurry, oh well. There's a lot of dust in my house right now. Oop, my tags up. Shirt's on backwards. LL. Push this thing down just a little bit. Okay. Back to the fly, the skin rather. There's all different parts of the pheasant skins. The pheasant skins are one of the most useful birds there is. Jack Gardside made this thing popular, and I want to thank him, even though he's not with us anymore. And he has a website, www.jackgardside.com, and see if I can't get back to tying this fly here. If you want to comment or subscribe to me, go right ahead. I'm not the greatest at doing videos, but I try my best. here's a trick. If you want to use the most of the feather you can, it's another little rump feather, so I can get that into focus. You can try to get my hands out of the way here. You want to tear the fluffy part of it. You can put some spit or some wax on your finger. You use there's a helicopter that's going by. Don't know if you can hear that or not, but you just put on the thread. You can wait until it gets your spit or your wax gets tacky. If it's not tacky at all, if you're using saliva or spit, then wait until it's a little sticky. This is just the fluff of the bird, and I'm gonna push this back if I can. Still trying to get into focus. I think that's don't think I got good lighting. Okay, that should be good. And I'm gonna wrap this using a basic bobbin here. My other vise unfortunately busted, or I don't remember what happened to it, but my nicer vise, it was about 30 years old. It was its time, but I dropped it, and that's what happens when you don't take good care of your stuff. They break. Especially with the newer things now. They're all made out of aluminum and plastic. They're not made out of good materials that they should. To try to keep the cost down. I put more fluff on the thread and use it as what's called dubbing. If you don't know, don't fly tie. If you're a hunter, you can pick up roadkill, or if you hunt, you can actually save skins of birds, animals. This is as long as it's legal. If you pick up a heron skin, I think you would get fined quite a bit. Or if you pick up an eagle feather, don't ever sell it on eBay, because then chances are that person's going to be going to jail pretty quick and be paying a $10,000 fine. But always make sure, if the bird isn't legal in your state, then you can get probably what's called a permit to own the bird. But if it's protected, don't shoot it. Just make if you're a beginner hunter, just make sure you know your area well and know your state laws, because the eagle and the herring and many other birds that old timers used to use are protected now, because it's so. It also brings up the population, but for instance, there's this special kind of chicken called a jungle cock. I did not use that in a derogatory manner, meaning in a bad manner. That's what it's called. It's a special chicken, and their feathers look like nails, they look like your nail, but it's black, and it has the very tip of the jungle cock nail. It has on your fingernail or toenail, it has a crease. That little bar on your finger is called a jungle cock nail. It looks like an eye. Now a lot of streamers or old style patterns use that, but that's another thing too I want to talk about, is the availability and the paperwork involved. Because if you're going to get a jungle cock tape, you really need to get identification. You need to get all the permits to own it, permits to get out of the country if it's coming out of the country. This is too much work to get that to get a jungle cock cape. But if you're going on eBay, do not go for the $30 ones, because those things, you can get fined a lot of money. If you look on Wikipedia and type in jungle cock bird or jungle cock chicken, you'll learn that it's threatened. It's critically threatened or endangered. It's on the endangered species list, and yeah. So just be careful of what you buy on eBay, because it could be endangered and it could be illegal to buy it, or to own it. Going back to the fly again, it's going to use see what else. So all sorts of different feathers on the pheasant. They all have different names and all that crap. And usually if you buy a dyed skin like I did, just go to a fly shop. If you don't have one near you like I do, I don't even know what the closest fly shop there is in Illinois, but the closest one I know of is Fly Masters, all the way in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's the closest fly shop that I know of. That's quite a drive if you don't have lots of money, and yeah. But I believe this feather is a church window feather. I'm not 100%. Just going to try to get this tip out, and I'm going to try to show you people of the world how to utilize or how to use the feather in other ways, like for instance Jack Gertzite. Many of his people he taught, and I'm an innovator myself. I don't like to fish with one particular fly. I love this experiment. I'm gonna fold it. See how it's curved on each side? I just pulled the tip out. It's like that. What I'm gonna do is hold it like this. See how I did that? You go like that. You stroke it back. I'm gonna use that as a wing. Let's see if I can get in my fingers correctly. Put it on the hook. I know you can't see this, but I'm going to do a pinching loop. Hold on, my computer monitor went blank. You just hold in your finger here. Let me try to show you. Hold in your finger, pinch it. See how I just did that? I went like that, and then you hold in your thread. If you look, I'm holding it on my finger. I'm not even picking up the bobbin. So what you do is you hold in your finger, let it go, and pull down. If you're using thin thread like I am, you might not want to press too hard. Just try to spread it out a little bit. And leave it flat like I wanted it to. That's another thing too you can do. You can use your nail. I've seen a lot of people like Haynes Winkleman and all that. He's a great tire. Shout out to him and his tying ability and his little tricks he does. He's a really phenomenal tire. I'm going to give you a name of a blog I'm a part of that he's on there, but don't go out. What I would recommend is if you get on the blog, just act normally. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it's Haynes Winkleman or blah 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 blah. Just being. It's kind of like me and a famous person. You don't want to go blah 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 blah, and run over to him and be like, oh my gosh, it's really him. Just act normally. Just say hi and hi, I know who you are, and yeah. So see, it already looks like a wet fly. I'm just going to use that as a wet fly. You can use I tie a lot of Catskill flies too, even though I don't live in the Catskills. Speaking of another type of fly, Catskills are, for me, difficult to tie because I don't have good hand-eye coordination or good motor skills or hands-on training because of medication I take, and see if I can get another feather to wrap, but just trying to think what I can use for the throat. Just trying. Yeah, that's another thing too. You gotta make sure your fly tying. Just think of how you want the fly to look. That's the only thing you need to worry about. If you're a beginner, don't worry about buying millions and millions of dollars worth of fly tying stuff. Just gonna use this feather, this rump feather, the very, very, very base of the skin. But don't be buying. Don't be going on a blog and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be buying this," and do you have any recommendations? No, you just. What I would recommend you do is only buy a bird skin. One bird skin, get pheasant skin, or some kind of other skin that has other feathers, but pheasant skin's number one on my list. It should be on your list too if you're a beginner. But if you're going to be buying, it depends on the fish you're after too. Like if you're fishing for salmon, pheasant's going to be great. Golden pheasant, Lady Amber's pheasant, which is the opposite color scheme. Yeah, but there's all different kinds of birds. They might be protected, and if you have a couple that your grandfather has or whatever, some illegal things, just double check. And if you own it, then what I would recommend you do is don't say that, "Oh yeah, I have this, my grandfather gave me this," because then you can get in big trouble, you can get fined, and that person won't be your friend anymore. But I got that pheasant skin on eBay for like $9, and I only had to pay like $2.50 per shipping. Pretty cheap for shipping on eBay. Or another thing too, if you're going to go after salmon or any other trout, sorry, there goes my phone. But if you just take your time tying your fly, and you just buy one thing, one material, not including thread, bobbins, and all that, because you really do need that. You don't need to buy just one thing and be done. You can get a list. Get a list of fish you fish for, and yeah. Hold on. Sorry, texting a friend. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. That's another thing too. Just focus on your tying. If you get distracted, just turn off your phone. I apologize for texting and not focusing on the video, but yeah. Not going to where I wanted it to go. Starting to split a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clip the thread because I'm not liking the way it looks. So I can spread that around. Get that little piece of fluff that I'm not particularly fond. And the dubbing came up around my wing, or otherwise I wrapped it around it, wrapped the throat wrong. But yeah, I'm just going to call this a pheasant wet fly, or so I can't cut that. Try clicking that. Try to shorten the tail. Yeah. Oops, sorry, my camera. Apologize for that. But, yeah, this is the finished part. I apologize, my camera was acting weird, but what I was using was the pheasant skin, just some variation of maybe some wet fly, you know, like the swallow or something like that. Well, see you later. I'll probably try to get a better video. Have a great day. Bye.